What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about what if there were North and South conferences instead of East and West conferences. So, if you were to split up into Northern and Southern conferences, the league would look a lot different. In the Northern Conference, I have Boston, Cleveland, Toronto, Milwaukee, Indiana, Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Brooklyn from the East. And I also have Golden State, Utah, Portland, Denver, and Minnesota from the West. In the Southern Conference, I have Washington, Atlanta, Miami, Charlotte, Orlando from the East, and San Antonio, Houston, Los Angeles Clippers, Oklahoma City, Memphis, New Orleans, Dallas, Sacramento, and Los Angeles Lakers, and Phoenix. Well, with today's video, we're going to be discussing who would be the overpowering conference like we know it's the West today, who would win the championship last year, who would be in the championship last year, who would be in the championship this year, with my predictions, and who would win the championship this year. Last year, the 1 seed in the North would obviously be the Warriors. The 2 seed would be the Celtics, the 3 seed would be the Cavs, the 4 seed would be the Raptors, the 5 seed would most likely be Utah, the 6 seed would be Milwaukee, the 7 seed would be Indiana, and the 8 seed would be Portland. Now I put these guys into a bracket, and it came out that Cleveland and Golden State would meet in the Northern Conference Finals. Golden State would win that series, and they'd move on to the finals. In the Southern Conference, on the other hand, San Antonio was number 1 seed, Houston was number 2, Los Angeles was number 3, number 4 was Washington, number 5 was OKC, number 6 was Atlanta, number 7 was Memphis, and number 8 was Miami. So I had San Antonio and Houston in the Southern Conference Finals. San Antonio ended up beating them out, so it is a San Antonio and Golden State Finals. Assuming everybody stayed healthy, I had the Warriors winning in 6. Kawhi Leonard had an amazing series as well as Marcus Aldridge, but they were no match for the super team that is the Warriors. Then next year, I inputted next year's rosters, and I came out with standings. In the Northern Conference, the number 1 seed would still be the Warriors, number 2 seed would actually be Boston again, number 3 seed would be Cleveland. The number 4 seed, I had Minnesota, number 5 seed was Milwaukee, number 6 seed was Toronto, number 7 seed was Philadelphia, and number 8 seed was Portland. So that's the playoff picture from my predictions of next year for the Northern. For the Southern, on the other hand, I had Houston at number 1. I had San Antonio at number 2. I had OKC at number 3. I had number 4 as Washington, number 5 as New Orleans, number 6 as Miami, number 7 as the Lakers, and number 8 as Charlotte. I didn't even have the Clippers making the playoffs, which is kind of surprising. They're the 9th seed out of the South, but now I simulated the playoffs for the Northern and Southern Conferences. In the Northern Conference, I had Boston and Golden State going to the Northern Conference Finals. In that series, it was actually very closely matched, but obviously Golden State came out with a win in a 7-game series. The 7th game was a blowout, but that really doesn't matter because Boston still got 3 games on them. This time, Houston and San Antonio met in the Southern Conference Finals. This time, Houston won in 6, moving on to the NBA Finals, and set up a Houston Warriors Finals. In a close finals, it was an exciting matchup. We had Chris Paul, James Harden for the Houston Rockets, and then you had, of course, the Golden State Warriors. In the end, though, the Golden State Warriors won in 7 games. To no one's surprise, this is what happened. And I I guess this will what always happen for a couple more years as the Warriors continue to be the #1 powerhouse in the league. So now, who was the most powerful conference? The North or the South? My predictions, I think the North would be better. They have Golden State, Boston, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Philadelphia, the Knicks. I mean the Knicks, but it's the Knicks. But really, even though what's even more surprising is the North actually had 10 East teams and 5 West teams, but I think they sound like a better conference to me. In the South, they had 5 East teams and 10 West teams, but they have kind of middle-of-the-pack West teams. I hope you guys enjoyed this simulation. Make sure to check out the description box below and subscribe if you're new to the channel because I make awesome content like this daily. And see you guys tomorrow and cue the outro.